What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a different video today, but I'll tell you about that in a second. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and the last little video we did was a little live feed, and it actually went over really well. I haven't done one of those in many years, but I just want to thank you guys if you stopped by there for checking it out. And go up above here and click on it if you hadn't saw it. We were just basically gonna do a hat giveaway, and it turned into like an hour-and-a-half conversation, so it kind of went pretty well. I think we'll start doing some more of those, and maybe get some people to interview, get Cody and John Boy in there with us next time or something. But anyway, I got a little bit of a different kind of video today. A buddy of mine gave me a call over the weekend and said, hey man, I got this Honda scooter over here, it's in my way, come get it out of here. So I thought what we do is go grab it today. We just headed down the road here over to my buddy's. We'll just video getting it running, what all's wrong with it. I think it's just been sitting, so that'll be a good time. All right, guys, so we're headed back with a little bit of info on the scooter. It is a 2002 Honda Reflex 250. I got it back there on the trailer riding behind us, and it's pretty nice. It was actually my buddy's dad's, and he passed away, and it's just been kind of sitting around, and he thought maybe it'd be nice if I got it going again. So we're gonna tear it down, tear into it, see what we got going on with it. It seems like a solid base to get started with, though. It's not really tore up or beat up or nothing. I think it's just dusty. I think we'll clean it up and see what we can do to get it running again. Yeah, here she is, guys. Reflex 250 Honda. I think it's 2002. Pretty nice. Looks like it's got about 11,000 miles on it. So it's all there, though. We'll see if we can get her rolling. Parking brake. It's not beat up. Looks good. Just needs a good bath. Been sitting a little while. Inspection sticker in there, I guess. Pretty cool, though. We'll get her back to the shop and see what we can come up with. All right, guys, we're back again today here with this Honda Reflex 250 01, and we're gonna see if we can get it to crank today. I have had the battery on charge for a good little bit, and I went ahead and drained out the fuel into this little vacuum canister, sucked it out, put some fresh 93 octane in there, but it smelled pretty bad, so we're gonna see if it'll crank up. And if it does, I'm imagining we're probably gonna have to, more than likely have to clean the carb out, I would say. But I looked it over, the brakes are working on it. It's got a good pedal front and back. And it looks like it's got a fairly new battery, but I don't know if I've had it charging for several hours, so we'll see. If it doesn't start it, we'll jump it off. But let's go ahead and get it rolling here and see if we can get it to crank, and if it'll hit, then we'll see. If it won't, I bet money that it's not going to run too good if we can get it to crank, because the gas just smells super old. So let's see what happens. Let's check it here and see if, okay, well, we got some lights. Bright indicator works. Got a horn. Oh yeah. Bright and dim. Let's see about the tail light. Oh yeah. So I believe, looking down in here, it has an automatic choke, as far as I can tell. Let's see if we can get it to hit here. Holy cow, I think it's been years. It looks like you gotta pull the brake in. That's kind of what I was afraid of. It's not taking any throttle at all. believe we're gonna have to clean the carb on it, guys, which is no biggie. Well, if we can get the carb off, it's not a biggie. Well, let's just see what it takes to get the carb off. It is a rainy, freezing, miserable day today here, South Carolina. It looks like it's gonna be a job. I believe more than likely this plastic's gonna have to come off. Probably this bucket. I've never worked on one of these before, so we're gonna have a little learning experience here, it looks like. Let's go ahead and get started getting it tore down and see what we got, guys. We'll this thing is gonna be okay though, I believe. I mean, it's solid, it's all here. It's dirty, but it looks like it'll clean right up. So let's have a little journey, see what it takes to fix it up here. I'm excited about it. This is gonna be for sale, hopefully, to help pay for our Idaho trip. So we got it, and we got the CT90 over there that'll be ready soon as well. So forgive the shop, it's been busy. We're not worried about that right now though. Let's see if we can get this thing tore down. Get to that carb. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sonic cleaner on over there and let it be getting warm. I think this side is going to have to come off, and this whole tub right here has got to come off of it. What it's sure looking like. I guess stop staring at it, Chris, and get it apart. Sure it ain't doing any good looking at it. Seems like the fuel pump might be working okay. We'll test that for sure. Alright, let's see if we can get this carb off. Well, we're down here to the carb, but oh boy, it's still not real easy to get to, it doesn't look like. So we'll plug away and see if we can get that thing off of there. I think what I'm going to do is take the air box tube out of the way. We'll check the filter while we're here, and we'll just see what we can do about getting that off. But buddy, there's 400 lines to it, looks like. But it looks like it will come out maybe right through here, hopefully. Alright guys, I gotta say, I got this carb off, but man, this has gotta be one of the hardest ones I've ever done. Wow, and this screw right here, so there's coolant in this line, and I'm thinking that this has a self-enriching jet, air jet in here. Probably as this warms up, it pushes on this. And I was gonna see if I can get this off here, instead of losing a bunch of coolant through this. So this screw has got to be one of the tightest. That's a JIS screwdriver, and that ain't touching it. So I'm gonna put these vice grips on it. I mean, this thing is the tightest screw I've ever seen. This is, I hate to fuss about this thing, but man, I bet the technicians at the dealership that have to work on these for a living, there it came, probably beat their wives. Oh man, I'm telling you, this thing right here, I hadn't worked on nothing this hard since Polaris days. Yeah, that's just a little heater on there. That's all that is. I figured that'd be what we'd find. I didn't want to lose a bunch of engine coolant, so this is going to be good. We'll just leave this right here, and that's one less vacuum line we got to unhook. And I got this marked as well. There's a lot of things that you could forget if you're not careful. This one actually goes on the bottom here, so alright. Just have to keep up with what we're doing here, that's for sure. I'll put that back in there. Alright, I think it's off. Yeah, look at there. Alright, let's take it over to the workbench and take the bowl off. See what we see inside there. Alright guys, let's see if we can get these bowl screws out without too much heartache. And see how nasty this thing is in here. I'm gonna guess it's sat for maybe 3 or 4 years. And it actually started up there for a little bit, but I could smell bad fuel, so I know that it's gummed up somewhat in there. There we go. Oh, not bad. Not really bad at all. That's amazing. It stinks, but let's take the pilot out and see what we see here. Oh boy, I better get a little better screwdriver than that. Let's grab the main first here. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit clogged, but not terrible. It's definitely, wonder if I can see what size it is. Nope, too much varnish on it and 2 terrible eyes. Let's see if this is going to get down in here and get this one. Oh yeah. Well, that one stopped all the way up. There's your culprit. That's your pilot jet. It's completely clogged. A little bit of dirt on there. See that little bit of dirt? It's clean on the inside for the most part. I think I'm going to let that soak. We'll clean this bowl up here and put it in the washing machine. Some of that sludge out of there. It's really not bad as I thought, but it had to come off to get that pilot cleaned out, or it would have never ran right. I think the sonic cleaner will take care of the majority of the rest of that. Okay. And I think I'm just going to leave that gasket on there and let the sonic cleaner do its thing. I don't think it'll hurt that gasket at all. We'll just put these in here like that. Ooh, that's hot. Woo! Mercy. Filled that glove up and it was hot. Alright, let's let that do its thing. We'll let this soak. Oh, we can take this choke out and look at it. This is like an automatic choke. I wanted to look at it anyway. Make sure nothing's cloggy up in there, huh? And it may have an O-ring in there as well that we want to see. This is like marine stuff has, where it's pretty much automated. I guess it's so hard to get to on this particular carb. Oh yeah, Nothing to that. Got a little broken piece on it, but I guess it's okay. Oh, I see, that thing there had kind of dug into it. Yeah, that's alright. Let's wipe that off. That looks nice and clean. That's just a thermostatic controlled choke. That heats up as the engine heats up and shuts that down. So that's pretty nice that it's made that way. It's in pretty good shape. It just had a little chunk missing out of it right there, but that's no biggie. That's just a little piece right there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Not gonna hurt anything. There is a little piece of trash down in there I'd like to get out though. There we go. I think I'm just gonna put that right back where it was. That looks great. I don't see a thing wrong with that. This is a Lyle automatic center punch, and sometimes it'll get it done. Gently hit it. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I think it's gonna do it, guys. I think it's gonna do it. Yeah. Whew. Good. Alright, let's see if we can get a hold of it here and get it out. I don't know why, knowing that this has to come off, why they make it so difficult. So the end of that's knurled a little bit. We'll have to remember that it goes in on the TPS side or the short side. And this is the only reason we want to get this off, is to look at the condition. It feels pretty soft and rubbery, that's good. But we really need to take a Q-tip and polish down in there into that seat. Yeah, it's really nasty. Got trash. So what we'll want to do is put a nice inline filter in that thing too. Back flush that just a little bit. Dry that out with some air, and then we'll polish it up. Fixing my trailer today, and there's some trailer parts in there. Alright, so a cool thing to do, Cody showed me this trick. Put this Q-tip in there. You really want to put some polish on that, but let's clean it up good first. If you got some mothers or any kind of metal polish would be great. I don't have any here, I don't think, so we're probably going to use some 3M headlight polish. Anything abrasive will work. Just a tiny dab of this. All you're going to need, this is 3M rubbing compound. 3M rubbing compound. Just a little bit. All you need. A little bit of that on that Q-tip. And let this polish it up good. Oh yeah, looks excellent down in there now. Looks great. Let's flush a little bit of this WD through there. Then we'll hang this back. Looks like that's gonna stop it up pretty good. You can blow on that and push it up with your floats too to double check, and we'll do that before we put it back together. All right, I'm gonna let this run a little while tonight, and then we'll put it back together tomorrow maybe. Alright guys, going back with the carburetor this morning. I got the jets all soaked up and went ahead and put the carb all back together. Tightening up these little clamps, and then we're gonna start putting the plastic back on. But I think what I'm gonna do is just set it up here and put the battery on and see if we can get it to fire up before we start putting everything back together. But I think it cleaned up pretty good. So we'll get to the process of getting I got most of the vacuum lines and wires, and man, this thing was a real big job. I never really had a carburetor with this many lines on it. It's got a lot of automated choke and warm-up valves and a lot of things, I guess because it's so far down in here. But I think we're going to put a fuel filter in line here. This is the line coming. There's actually a fuel pump back in there. So I think we're going to put a fuel filter in line just to keep the trash out of the needling seat there. So, all right, we'll keep plugging away, guys. All right, so these little Outlaw fuel filters work really good. I think I get them on, I don't remember if I get them on Amazon maybe or something. I'll drop a link below, but they're small, and you can get the 90-degree ones too. So I think this one we're going to put it right here, and that'll be easy to change if there's actually a panel that comes out right here, and I think that'll be best we can get to it there. So let's get us one. All it takes is a little bitty flake of rust to hold the needle valve open and have a mess. So these little filters are lifesavers. All right, so what we'll do, we'll just take a little section out that we need to there, about 1 inch long here, and then put our filter in. Forgive me for shaking the camera around here. Let's cut it here and about right here. Alright, and this has a directional flow, so we're gonna go towards the carburetor always. Oh yeah, look there, just like a new piece of line. Alright, we'll do the same thing for this one. Okay. Perfect. Now you don't necessarily have to, but as tight as that line fits, but I'm gonna put some zip ties here instead of big old gaudy clamps. Trim these off. And we'll put this line back in its holder here. And I believe that'll be great. Then if you want to change that filter, it's going to be easy. Like I said, there's an access panel here. Alright, that's looking good. Let's get the air boot back on for the filter here. How's that looking? I think it's on there. So if this little thing turns out okay and runs good, we'll change the oil on it and get it real, make sure the tires are good, and it'll be for sale, guys. Don't know exactly what we're gonna ask for it yet. We'll see how it turns out, but it'll have a good price on it. All right, so that's all back together. I think what we're gonna do is set this bucket back up here, since it's really the next stage in line anyways. Set the battery down in, we'll see if it'll crank. Okay, all right. Now, she's fitting back together, boys. Now, before we bolt anything down, I vote that we hook our wiring back up, see if she'll run. How about that? The carb wasn't bad. It was just the pilot.
Really?
Bowl was clean. I did go ahead and polish the, I don't know if that's a little electric fuel pump, or does that thing start pumping when you crank it over?
Once it feels oil pressure?
Maybe. I don't see nothing up in there yet. Let's see what she does.
Hold up.
Leaking fuel right here for some reason. Boy, I'm talking about that thing started shooting out quick as you hit it. I wonder why it's leaking there. Do it again. Huh. There's a gasket down in there. Look at the little snorkeling system, Cody.
Put some 606s on this thing.
Turn right and go wheeling. So evidently that short one went there.
Yep.
And 3 long ones.
Yep.
Was there one up here? I thought. Oh, there's one more short one at the bottom. Here it is. I tell you what, you wouldn't like it if we took that plastic off last night. You'd wanted to burn. You'd probably be like, let's go over and get my bulldozer and dig a hole for that
Oh,
thing.
I know, I hate plastic. I absolutely hate it. Having to deal with all that. Especially if you put the carb on it starts leaking.
Oh, and then it's all got to come back off. That's why I
Exactly.
am not putting that stuff back on until I make sure. But I was shocked. I don't know if because the fuel pump
What
or
about the tanks? What I'm worried about is
I looked in it. It looked pretty good.
Where's it at?
So the tank's under that panel right there. Lift that panel up. I don't think it's locked. Look down in it. It looked clean to me. Yes, liquid cooled. And I have no idea where the radiator is.
Right here. That's gonna show.
So I sucked it all out,
That's good.
drained it out much as I could,
I like it.
and I let it, I cranked it over until it come out clean in that fuel pump, and then I started it last night.
Oh, that light comes on.
Yeah.
That's a light switch.
For your trunk.
Uh-huh. And then you guys look at that.
Look at that,
now.
look, the book's in there. It ain't a bad machine, really, is it?
It probably how many miles is on it?
It says 11,000.
Oh wow, somebody wrote it.
Yeah, it was Gary's dad's charge up inside there.
That thing ain't even broke.
Let's That's awesome, man. Alright, see what she says now. I got her put back on. Breathing through a straw now. Makes all the difference in the world. Maybe up just a touch.
Oh man, we're about to do a test dogging on it. Look at that.
Oh man! Supercharged!
He should be on this thing.
That 5400 fluid.
He's got a test rig.
So this little door comes off and you can get to the plug. Man, it's running right, dude.
Yeah.
Should I look down or is that perfect?
I'd ride it and then I could probably come down a little bit now that it's warming up. It's definitely. They show it about 1800.
Right there.
Got good quality.
250, dude.
That's gonna roll.
Look at that cylinder teeth. That goes first. There's one under the battery already tightened.
That's money.
All there is to it, ain't it? Alright, there's some screws that go back here.
I'm talking about.
It's like, don't forget about us, man. We still love you. And maybe even more now. Did the threaded screw go right there on that side?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah. Now she fits like
Look at that. You hear that click? Woo wee! That's why some of them wasn't lining up perfectly, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, snug them up there, Cody. Let's see what we need here for this one.
Perfect.
See it, ain't it? Yep. Give it a little round of applause. First ride in 3 or 4 years. Look like the tires got rid of them.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Them little tires.
Look at
That's what you take your motorcycle permit on.
Take a ride on that thing. It is awesome.
You didn't ride it, did you?
Huh? Not on the road. I wanted to make sure the tires had air. That's a little close. Let's check.